Hey everyone, have I here bringing another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be doing a full breakdown plus some fun little team builds for the Dokkan Festival exclusive Triple Double Kid Goku. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. This is a very unique unit. I had fun really building this breakdown here, and hopefully you guys get some good information out of this. But first and foremost, let's look at the card arts before I dive into the breakdown. And I really like the card arts here. It looks a lot deeper in colors. I don't know if it's just the outlines and the really clean looks. I like the singularity look in that SSR with the Kid Goku there, and then of course the Dragon team in the background really looks good. And the only criticism I would say is if they could have changed the color palette a little bit from SSR to TUR. You know, I do like that, you know, red, orange, and yellow look, but maybe add some blue highlights or something like that in the TUR might have made it look a little bit sharper. But anyway, again, both card arts amazing. Now let's go ahead and dive into the breakdown here. So the reason why I call this unit triple double is because of the leader skill, right? It has a triple category for the 170% and then a double category for the 30% add-on for the 200% lead. So let me make this a little bit bigger here. So the leader skill has DB Saga, Youth, and Exploding Rage, the triple part, category Ki +3, and HP and attack and defense 170%, and then an additional 30% HP attack and defense when it has Dragon Ball Seekers or Bond of Friendship. So the reason why they probably ended up doing this is because of the limitations on each categories. Now, hopefully they do this more in the future, because I would love to see more triple-double leader skills for maybe a little bit more robust categories. That would be pretty amazing. Now, on top of that, the super attack here, the Goku's Assault, it greatly raises attack for one turn and causes immense damage to the enemy. But because the characters are in the background there, the reason why the Dragon team, or whatever you want to call it, is in the background there, is because this is a unit super attack unit. So interestingly enough, both unit super attacks does the exact same thing. It massively raises attack for one turn, causes immense damage to enemy, and lowers attack. And then there's two different ways of activating it. Again, it still does the same thing. One, it's gathering the Dragon team. That's activated because you're able to bring Yamcha, Roshi, Oolong, Bulma Youth, or Bulma Bunny attacking in the same turn. Or you can do the friendship attack, which is when you have it activated when you have Hachan or Android 8 in the attacking in the same turn. So again, I think they just wanted to add two different super attack animations. It would have been a little bit nice if, like, maybe with Hachan or Android 8 you have like additional, you know, raises defense or something like that, or something different, or stunning ability, I don't know. But anyway, both the same unit super attack skills. Now let's look at the incredible passive skill that they provided for this unit here. Now let me make this switches up a little bit here, move it to the top. So the greatest adventure of all. So listen to this crazy kit. So attack and defense 159%, which is solid in of itself, plus an additional attack defense 59% when performing a super attack. We see that a lot. Here's where it gets interesting. DB Saga or Youth category allies, Ki +2, attack and defense 50%. This is a 50% support lead for DB Saga and Youth, which is really incredible. On top of that, it orb changes. It randomly changes one key sphere to of a certain type to rainbow key spheres. And then this is a nuking unit, plus an additional attack and defense 20% per key sphere obtained. Wow. Then it adds a chance of performing critical hit 7% and reduces damage by 7% per key sphere obtained as well. So you can get, really, if you can get all 5, which is very difficult, seemingly impossible to get 5 rainbow key spheres, you can get up to 35% to critical hit and damage reduction by 35%. But generally speaking, I would think 3 would be more common, like 2 or 3. So 14 to 21% is definitely more common in damage reduction, which is very strong. On top of being that this can, you know, nuke, right? And just, it's just crazy how strong this unit is. Now, they could have just stopped there, but they said, you know what, we're going to give you an additional 59% to defense with 3 or more key sphere attained. And then you're able to launch an additional attack with a high chance of becoming a super attack with 5 or more key sphere obtained. And then all allies get critical hit plus 8% and damage reduction by 8% with 7 more key spheres obtained. Very strong, very interesting, and this is going to be the future of Dokkan Festival exclusive units. Boy, what they're going to be doing for, like, you know, superhero units are going to be crazy, right? On top of all that passive skill, you do have an active skill, Angry Kamehameha. Raises attack temporarily by 800%, which is crazy, and then causes damage to the enemy within that turn activated, and then attacks have a 59% chance of becoming critical hits. Very strong there. And this activation can be done if the character receives 8 or more attacks in the battle, or your HP is 59% or less. So again, this whole kit, it's a very, very good unit. Link skills, unfortunately, isn't all that great, but for its team, if you're going to run more, DB Saga and youth type of units, Innocence, All in the Family, Infire's Kamehameha, The Incredible Adventure, Guidance of Dragon Balls, and Fierce Battle, you're going to actually link up okay on. But ultimately, like, maybe max out like at 4 key links on certain units, or not key links, but 4 links, but you're not going to get like 5 or 6, unfortunately. So categories here, a lot of categories. I think you have like 11, 12. Low class warrior, pure Saiyans, Dragon Ball Seekers, movie heroes. Movie heroes just getting stacked and stacked and stacked. Goku's family, youth, DB Saga, Kamehameha, Exploding Rage, Bond of Friendship, and Bond of Parent Child. Now the only thing that makes this unit not like crazy OP is his stats isn't really all that high. 19,000 for HP, which is actually really good, but the attack's only 15,000. It's not like your normal Dokkan Fest when you're receiving more like 17 and maybe even 18,000. Missing 3,000 on the attack stat there. That's the reason why they added that additional boost on nuking and stuff like that. It's just the base stat in itself isn't all that impressive. The defense is solid, right? You'd love to see 13, but we're getting kind of spoiled seeing like 13 to 15,000, but 12,330 is actually still pretty good. So ultimately, this unit is a fantastic unit. Unfortunately, the banner that it's on right now, it's not very good. So you're probably going to just pick this unit up with red coins or something like that. So, but again, this kit is pretty awesome. Now let's look at the team builds here. It's kind of, I won't say mundane, but there's various different ways you can run this. Now you can run this focusing on, hey, I'm going to go ahead and buff my whole team because this is in a sense of support unit, or you're just going to focus on the main rotations and then just have some really strong floaters. And that's the first example I'm going to give you right here, is a full 200% team where the floaters aren't going to be any youth or DB Saga category. So they're not going to get the 50% boost on there, but they're amazing units that you can run as a floater position. Now I did put the Great Ape Goku on here versus like something that's going to trigger a unit attack. And you can see some of the alts down there in the bottom as well for 200%. But if you want to run more of the unit super attack, you can kind of run a double Hachan, right? You can do the strength one and the AGL one. The AGL one is just far superior, but you can do something fun like that, or you can bring in the Goku and Bulma Youth, and that's going to trigger the unit super attack as well. Now I did just end up keeping the Carnival Goku and the EZA Namek Goku on here, but you could bring other units that can trigger that, like a Yamcha or something of that nature. We do have that free-to-play Yamcha too, right? The free-to-play Yamcha that gets, generally he looks like he's going to EZA, and he's going to probably be a support unit. So anyway, that could be an option in the future, but as of right now, we just see him as kind of a semi-support unit with really low stats. But looks like it's going to be a free-to-play EZA Yamcha that you can run on this team. That's going to provide you that unit super attack, right? Or you can just, like I said, just run it with the GT Pan, and GT Pan's an amazing unit in of itself. So, or you can run it more like defensively, right? So Pan in that first position can tank some really with that damage reduction at 50%. You do lose that in the second attack, so you do have to watch out and make sure that she does get her defense up really strong. But it's very strong team. Or you can bring in like Carnival Goku in that spot instead, and have that defensive mechanic on there. I'm just going to keep Pan there for the other teams as well, but of course it's interchangeable. You can use other teams or other units that can that buffed up there as well on the first position. So the next team is more of the support team, because as you can see here, the supported teams here, again, your support is going to be your leader, it's going to be your Goku for Youth and DB Saga. But if you want it to be more like at this 200% to support the entire team here and running on full rotation, this is what's going to more look like. And very interesting team that this team can run. Now, I don't know if you want to bring EZA, Goten, and Trunks on there. You might want to bring instead like maybe this unit here, or really just maybe something else, or maybe the support Yamcha or things of that nature. Again, very limited. You can see why if you want to run a 200%, it really doesn't have a lot of additional units. Now, if you want to stray away from 200% now, and you still want to be a full supported unit or supported team, one of the great units that you can bring on as a support unit that's more of a defensive support unit, is the Agl Gohan, right? So the Agl Gohan does provide an opportunity for that defensive boost there, and you can maybe run your units on as the first position or something like that. Again, very fun team to kind of run, and heavily on the defense. Now, of course, this is going to EZA. We don't know the stats of it, and I know it's the same name as the main Goku here, but of course, if you're going to run it like this, or you're going to run it off rotation, it doesn't really matter, because it doesn't really need to link up there. It'll link up with these units, but it won't link up with the other Kid Goku, right? So another unit that pops up when you're not doing 200% would be like AGL transformation, Gohan there, and stuff like that. So another team that you can run would be more against more the defensive side here, keeping this unit there, but you're going to be switching up the placements. And you can maybe bring a unit here that's going to stack. Now, of course, I'm not going to exchange, this Gohan with this Goku here, but maybe you don't have the Carnival Goku, so you do have some other options here. Another great support unit would be the Great Saiyaman 2. This is a great support unit for the team in itself. Of course, this unit won't get supported, but it can be supported on as a option on there. Again, you can also run like a unit like this, the Chi-Chi here, which is a very fun unit on the team. Just getting, again, the buff ups and the supports that this unit gets, that provides, it's pretty amazing. A 50% support as a leader is outrageous. So then the final team I just kind of threw together. I was like, this doesn't make any sense, and that's like a Goku's Family team. Now you're going to run this like off rotation, and you're just going to run it on the main rotation, but they're not going to buff these units here. And I was like, it's not going to look right. Maybe you can then just switch it up and maybe run this in the main rotation, and you can bring in, these units here. But either way, it's not very effective team that you can run. I guess you can run some of these support units as well on the floaters, and then you can bring these two units up on top. But if you're running Goku's Family, it's going to be tough for you to actually get links correctly with these units here. So anyway, not an overly effective team, but still fun either way. So anyway, so that's really what the teams I wanted to go over here. Supported teams, the 200% teams, things of that nature. Tell me what you guys think in the comments section below, and if you did pull them, lucky you, or if you're just going to wait on this unit in the future to go pick them up. So again, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.